Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Matt from Bro Code. Now, I know I usually talk about NFL content, but in today's video, I want to talk about the University of Michigan football team. So this past Saturday, the Michigan football team beat Ohio State for the second year in a row. To make it even better, they beat them at Ohio State. And it kind of made me really think. Jim Harbaugh may not necessarily be the best or greatest coach in Wolverine history, but he is probably the most dynamic coach in the history of the University of Michigan football team, and I want to talk about that in this video. But before we get into the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and even click on some of our other content that we've created for this channel. Now back to the video. Like I said earlier, Harbaugh may not be the best coach in the University of Michigan history, but he definitely is the most dynamic. Let me kind of tell you what I mean. Think about USC in the early 2000s, right? I mean, you can argue that Pete Carroll was the best coach, but what he really brought, he brought the excitement. He brought Hollywood, he brought LA to USC, and it was a great thing to watch. Think about Urban Meyer when he went to Ohio State. They were always a good team, but he brought the excitement. Next thing you know, they were in the national championship conversation. They even won a national championship. You saw what happened with Nick Saban in Alabama. Alabama's a storied franchise, but when Nick Saban came there, he really made that program dynamic, right? And what I'm trying to say is that that's exactly what Jim Harbaugh did. You know, you think about those other coaches, they're the most dynamic because they're such big personalities and they draw so much attention. They're almost like rock stars. And because of that, it draws so much more attention to the program.
The team, you got to beat the team. And right now, the team is the University of Michigan. Woo!
Gets new recruits, and it brings a lot of money into the universities. And it really makes these programs dynamic. So even if they only win 9 games, 10 games, or even if they win a national championship, they're always in the discussion because the coaches are such dynamic personalities. And I think that's what Jim Harbaugh is, and it's kind of helped the University of Michigan football team look sexy. In the past, it was always good, but it never was a sexy place to be. I think another thing that Jim Harbaugh has done, he's kind of continued what Urban Meyer did at Ohio State, and that's really put the Big Ten on the map. What I mean by that, before, you know, obviously the Big Ten could never kind of break through in the national championship conversations, but when Urban Meyer came in, now what Jim Harbaugh is doing now is really pushing, and the Big Ten is becoming an even stronger, more dynamic conference that's attracting players no longer just in the Midwest or the East Coast, but all across the country. And that's because you have a dynamic, very dynamic coach. Doesn't mean that they're great coaches. Doesn't mean you have to like them, but they're such dynamic personalities that it just attracts so many players as well as talent to the actual school in terms of other coaches and other position coaches as well as other staff members as well too. Now, obviously, I'm a little biased because I did go to the University of Michigan, but just kind of share your opinion. You know, if you think that I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you're just a Michigan hater, I get it. You know, if you went to Ohio State, I'm sorry. Go blue. Take care, everybody, and make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. Thanks and bye.